Hello world! Welcome to another edition of the Fly Talk TV podcast. It's your boy Rick Love, and tonight we back with another one. Yeah, I got a special guest with me this evening. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the people.
What's up? My name is Mason Golden.
Mason Golden. Damn right. Where you from, man?
I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indianapolis, Indiana. So what it was like growing up from out there?
From my understanding, most people from Florida think it's just like cornfields, but it's not. But I mean, in Indianapolis, Indiana, I would say it's like a miniature version of Orlando on like a much smaller scale. I think we have like over 1 million people, like 2 million, so smaller than Orlando, but like a miniature version.
Is that anywhere near like Gary?
Gary is like 3 hours or 4 hours away.
It's Gary, crazy.
Yeah, it's up north next to Chicago.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I haven't been there though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been to Indiana, man. You never know where this journey gonna take me. You know?
There's some good colleges there. I went to Ball State University. That's where I got my undergrad.
Nice. Shouts out Ball State University.
Chirp.
Yeah. So, you got any siblings or anything?
I do. I have a few siblings on my mom's side and on my dad's side. So I got like 3 brothers on my mom's side, and then a sister, and then like a couple siblings on my dad's side too.
Okay. All right. So what are your like your passions? Like, what do you consider yourself like really passionate about? Like?
Right. So I'm passionate a lot about theater and film.
Nice.
So right now I'm trying to transition more into film so I can go on to like just work in television and films, making movies, whether it be like comedic or romantic, or what I'm really into is like musicals. So like doing something like that, whether it be like an adaptation of a theater into a musical or just writing something brand new and putting that on television.
So where did this start? Where did this like attraction come from?
I think it was probably like always since I was young. I always used to like watch movies and be like, they should have did it like that, or maybe the actor should have had some more type of emotion or something like that. So I always had a critique or some type of judgment. Nice. So that's where it always came from, and then just manifesting that and doing theater in like middle school and then high school, and just finding where I fit within that realm.
Okay, nice, man, nice. So how did when you first like left Indiana, did you come straight here, or did you make any stops? Did you end up living somewhere else before coming down here? Or?
Yeah, so living in Indianapolis, Indiana, so I lived there like all my life and stuff, and then when I turned 18 going into college, I went to a small town called Muncie, which is an hour away, and went to Ball State University and studied there for 4 years, and then I graduated this past May, so 2022.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I graduated then, and then like I spent like about 10 months, almost a year, just working, saving money, and in that time I was like trying to find different opportunities, jobs. I actually worked with another Full Sail student, and he was doing his own little feature film with some kids, doing his own project called Shoot Cameras Not Guns.
Nice.
And so I got to work on that as assistant director, which is a lot different from the theater world. But then I started looking Full Sail more, and then like a master's program, and then that's how I got here.
Nice. Yo, you said shoot cameras, not guns. We used to have a movement back home. It was like smoke blunts, not brothers.
See, that's better though. It's promoting nonviolence. So.
Right. That's dope, man. So your time at Ball State, what would be like one of your biggest takeaways from the experience that you had there?
I definitely think the school provided me with a lot of good experience in terms of understanding story and story structure. So like coming here, it's kind of been a little bit of like relearning a little bit of that again, but just kind of taking a closer look or another different perspective of that. So I'm definitely thankful for the experience that I learned or had in terms of also professionalism, showing up on time and stuff. Yeah. I guess a big takeaway I have too, which was like my junior year where I got to actually direct my first play, but I had to do it over Zoom through COVID.
Oh man,
yeah.
That's wild.
But instead of doing like a basic kind of Zoom play what you would think, we got to have studios where we kind of dressed them up to look similar to each other. And then I also had them use their phones, and so I played with just a different viewpoint into the world where kind of the camera was like the axis. And that's how they viewed each other, and so they were able to move around a lot more with their cameras and stuff and interact with each other with that kind of viewpoint.
That is interesting, yo. Like, and that take thought to even think like that, yo.
Yeah, because it was like, how the hell am I going to do this and make it look like they talking to each other? So I was like, if the camera's right there on the axis, it just looks like they looking across to each other, and then you have the two screens, so they're looking at each other.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
So, getting down here in Orlando, Winter Park area, what was your thoughts like upon like when you first got here?
It was a little surreal because it was just like, it was a long trip. It was 18 hours. And then I came with my dad and my stepbrother, so it was just dealing with all of that. And then like the U-Haul, the tow dolly, the wheel messed up, and so it was like skid marks. It was just a lot. Yeah. But it's definitely beautiful down here. It's my second time being here. I only visited one other time, so it's definitely beautiful down here. The traffic lights are long, much longer.
They are, though. They are.
So I'll be sitting there for a minute.
Word. So, how'd you feel like your first time on campus going to Full Sail? Like, what was that experience like for you?
The first time on campus is much smaller than the other campus I've been to, so that was like a little bit different. But I mean, it's all about business, so that's fine. And I definitely like the studios and just like the classes and stuff. It's definitely built specifically for like the media entertainment, what they want you to get out of it. So I definitely appreciate that. I don't know how like the prerequisites or any stuff like the other classes. I just had film classes pretty much so far, and I do feel like as long as you commit your time and plan well, you can do really well in these classes and get something out of it.
Like how you think, man, because how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. See this man sharp. Man really already understanding what it takes to really hone in and get to the next level, because 23, my man, I was I wasn't going oriented. I was like off the chain.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in their own space, you know, like my older brother, he never went to college and stuff like that, but now he's like 25, he's married and with a kid, and they both have full-time jobs. So like on paper, it's like they kind of doing better than me in some ways.
And I'm pretty sure like they still rooting you on and supporting you. Like they want to see you do good things. That's kind of what I'm experiencing, man. So how's like your networking experience?
That I need to get better at. I'm definitely meeting more people down here, especially being by myself, so I'm forced to talk to more people, which is great. And I'm just kind of slowly but surely meeting more people. I need to like get better at walking up to people I don't know and just be like, hey, what you got going on, or whatever. But slowly but surely getting in touch with more and more people.
Well, as a person that's been around on this campus for a little minute, I'm telling you, bro, it's worth doing it, because these people, everybody's like creatives, and they all passionate about whatever they're doing, and they like will and helping hand, like if they can with whatever you got going on. Like that's one thing I noticed. I was like that the way you were for my bachelor's. Like I literally be on campus, do my work, and go home. I won't hanging around for nothing.
Well, I mean, it's like also I commit so much time to the homework and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely hard trying to find a balance. But then I also like started my own podcast myself called the Golden Podcast with my brother.
Yay! Shout out to the Golden Podcast.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like do some type of projects and stuff too.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely need more of that though.
Let's talk about that. What's the theme of the podcast like?
So the podcast, it probably could be a little bit more focused, but right now my brother, he's also an educator. He's getting his master's in educational psychology or something like that. So we right now are focusing on like two different segments where we talk about something in the education world, and then we talk about something in entertainment media and like theater or film, and just kind of whatever topic we want and just go from there. And then we also have a guest. that we talked to for like 15 minutes and ask what they got going on and stuff. So you'll definitely have to come on too.
Yeah, man, I would love it, man. I would love it, man. You're the first guest I done had that's actually got a podcast going on, man. That's dope.
Well, it's just started yet, so like at the time of this recording, it hasn't been posted, but we've done like 2 episodes right now, and then getting ready to do the 3rd this weekend. So
that's nice, man. The key thing is just start. Start, man,
and just do it.
Yeah, it's like whatever you have. Like, I don't care if you just got a cell phone. If you got a message out there, you want to get it to the people, just start it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point of why we're doing it too. Is like I didn't want to put too much rules or bars on it. It's just like let's just do this thing and just keep it going and develop it along the way and have fun with it.
Got you. So, what's your end goal? Like, as far as like, what are you seeking to get out of the education you're going to receive at Full Sail, and like where do you see your path going?
Yeah, I would love to like help get launched more into the industry or just build a better resume, because something I was seeing was like to really get there to the place you want to be, or at least the jobs, you got to have that special quality to like stand out and be specific, not only in your resume or your portfolio, but just like your cover letters and stuff. And so like I revised a couple cover letters, so I was like starting to see a couple more interviews, but I also know that like that resume to fully back it up in concrete to say like this is what I can do, what's going to solidify you, but also knowing people too.
That's nice. I will say, the further you get towards the end, career development really, really helps out in that department. Like, they'll literally take what you got. My guy, he actually did mine for me. He like put down everything I was qualified for, sent it back, and he was like, tweak whatever you want. And I was like,
oh wow,
you did the damn work for me, bro.
Dang, I mean, shoot, for the money we paying, I mean,
yeah, got
to be worth something. But yeah, I would love at the end of the day to like make films and movies just like comedy, romantic, but then I also really would like to make a modern musical for television.
Oh, okay. Nice. So let's talk about a time where it wasn't so good. Like, you was going through like obstacles or hurdles or trials, or like how did, like, give me a situation where you actually went through something, and how did you deal with it? Like, how did you overcome it?
Okay, so I'm trying not get to maybe like the brevity and the specifics of it, but I was like in a situation where it was like my junior year of college, and I was living in an apartment for the first time, and so I was living with 3 women, and right off the back there was a situation where like I was having an event going on and it didn't go my way. I could have planned better for it, and I kind of took it out on my friend a little bit, and it kind of just threw everybody into out of whack, and they kind of looked at me a certain type of way. And so for the rest of that year, like, we never was able to see eye to eye or like make amends with that. So dealing with that was a lot. Trying to be a creating artist and stuff, and like go out and do your schoolwork, but then you come home and you're just locked in your room every day, and you don't feel comfortable to go out in your living room or your kitchen or anything like that. So dealing with that was definitely hard, but then I think finding the things that you love the most, and a reason to go to get out of bed, like it was going to school and going to those classes that I was excited for. And then the work that I was creating, because I was also working on that play during COVID too, so there was that.
Okay. So when you was like going through that time, did you ever feel like you was like losing yourself a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because it was just like you have all this stuff going on, and then you sometimes, like, there was moments where we did have conversations, I tried to get through with them, and it's just they saw things very differently than I did at the time. So it was just like, the way I perceive myself isn't maybe quite what I think all the time, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be, you gotta open your self-awareness a little bit more. So yeah.
That's real, man. That's real. So like, outside of the filming aspect, like, what do you be doing, like, to like for entertainment? Like, do you go sightseeing around here? Do you like what type of stuff you into?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I feel like sometimes a boring person. I watch like a lot of TV and stuff and chill in the house. Since being here though, I have started to get out a little bit more. I've seen the downtown and been to like a couple clubs, so that was cool. Yeah. Not usually a party person, but it was nice to see. But so yeah, nice. Starting to get out more.
Okay, word, nice man. Yeah, I don't get out much either, man. I literally school home. If my getting out is going to like grocery stores, like Walmart or something like that.
Yeah, so like for me, it's just work or school at this point.
I feel you. When you watch your shows and stuff, do you dissect them down? Are you watching for camera angles and all that, or do you just watch it for the entertainment?
See, so like definitely, yeah, I do like to dissect them, but I don't know. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. If I think so much like from a camera standpoint, mm-hmm. and I know like film, that's everything here, and I've came from like more of a theater background. I was more always interested in the acting and in the story of it all and the writing. So that's why I guess where like I like to specialize in. And so like if I was to be the director on set, I probably would need a good DP or somebody to help make sure we get these good camera angles, because I know with the acting and I have pictures in my head of what I want it to look, but still learning how to build that on camera to achieve that official look.
That's dope, man. And because you just broke it down to me, you said you come from that theater background, and I could see how that could be vastly different than film.
Yeah.
I know they say you gotta, just even being on stage, you gotta like be screaming and stuff unless they mic y'all up or whatever, but typically you more vocal than you would be in a movie, or depending on the scene or whatever like that.
Yeah, and more often than not in a play, like the driving aspect is its dialogue and creating everything from that. Where like sometimes you can't focus on spectacle, where a show can be very technical and it's all about that. Like if you ever seen SpongeBob the musical, I said that's a little bit more spectacle, where they got all these movies shit going around and stuff like that. Right. Where it's not necessarily like the story that's interesting, it's the spectacle and everything going on. Yeah. And a lot of times you can see that like in films too, where it's mainly the spectacle, where they fall in love with the camera and what you can see in the camera, but the story is not always there sometimes.
I got you. Do you like you make music or anything like that? Or
I want to make music. I need to like learn how to write songs and stuff like that. I definitely have opinions about it.
Well, yeah. What's your genre of music? What you like love to listen to?
So like I definitely like so I'll name you like some musicals, and then I'll name you like some like not commercial, but like mainstream music. Mm-hmm. So like I guess musical wise, like I like Hamilton, Aida, the musicality in that. What else? Like Into the Woods. Those are like the big ones.
You put me on the game, man.
There's a small musical that I actually did for my capstone. It's called like Title of Show. I like the music from that. And then like more mainstream stuff, I like Rod Wave.
Okay.
Let me see, who else do I got on my phone right now? Miguel, let's see, like Cardi B, Glorilla, Lil Durk.
Yeah.
I also listen to like just a little bit of everything. I'm listening to more Spanish stuff, so like Selena, like not just her basic stuff, like Que Creías and like No Quiere Más, if I said that right. So like just different stuff.
Nice. Where can they find you at? Like, you on any social media platforms?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, so you can follow me on Instagram at like golden_rain, and then Mason Golden on Facebook.
All right. Yep, I have it all flashing on the screen for you, man. Yeah. So, anything you got? You like words of wisdom? Any type of guidance you can give for people who's like struggling with self-love or anything like that? You want to share?
Struggling with self-love. That's a good one. I think it's just like, you gotta, I think with self-love, it's the things you tell yourself, but it's like who's really saying that or whatever. So it's really hard, but you gotta change the perspective. Like I used to not think of myself as attractive for a long time, but it's about like just finding, well, I guess like it sounds a little cliche, but starting to find certain things that you do like about yourself, and then also just taking care of yourself. too. So like changing your environment too, because sometimes it's your environment that you're around and stuff like that. So sometimes maybe you need to change it up what you do, you know, because like being in the house all the time can sometimes make you look crazy or something like that. So going out, changing up, going out to eat or something, doing something you usually don't do.
That's so real, man. That's so real. Yes. With this like being the Fly Talk TV, within the Fly is for forever love yourself. So, I appreciate you coming on because I just bring, and then I always say I created this for all creatives. So whatever your creative passion is, like I do not mind people coming up here to share their story, you know, get their name out there, to find their purpose. All it's just you know, opportunity for you to put yourself out there, man. And I know I went through like a few situations where it's like I had to look in that mirror and really first it accept what it was that I was having issues with. Like, okay, all right, now what I'm gonna do about it? Like, I can't stay like this. This doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like, what is it I could start doing? So it's like destroying and rebuilding. But what worked for me, I started getting more spiritually grounded. Like, I'm not real super religious or anything. Like, I don't go to church on Sunday or nothing like that. But I do like pray to God and stuff like that. Like bless my food, and I just try to put good in the universe. I feel like the universe gives you back what you put out. Yeah. So, yeah, man, and
I definitely agree with
it's been working. It's like I'm meeting some really dope people. I'm meeting cool people. Cool opportunities are coming across the desk. It gets stressful at times, but I don't even view stress the way I used to no more. I'm just flowing. I'm flowing, man.
That's dope.
And yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, my brother.
Yeah,
I
no
appreciate
problem.
you, man.
You for having
and
me.
I want to come on y'all podcast, man.
Of course.
I can tell my story, man, and see what's going on with it. But yeah, this is your boy Rick Love. We signing out. I will catch you on the next edition of the Fly Talk TV podcast. Yay, 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 yay.